Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered about the white trails left by airplanes? Could they be more than just harmless vapor? Welcome to the enigma that is the theory of chemtrails. It's a concept that has captured the imaginations of many, stirring up a whirlwind of speculation and debate. At its core, this theory proposes that the white trails streaking across our skies are not simply contrails, the benign condensation trails we've all been told about. Instead, it suggests these trails are composed of chemical or biological agents deliberately sprayed at high altitudes for purposes undisclosed to us, the general public. Now, you might be asking, what could these purposes be? Well, that's where the plot thickens. Some suggest weather manipulation, others propose mind control, while still others hint at public health manipulation. The theories are as varied as they are intriguing, each one more captivating than the last. It's no wonder that this belief has found a home among various groups, from environmental activists to conspiracy theorists and beyond. Imagine, for a moment, a world where every plane that passes overhead is part of a grand scheme, a clandestine operation taking place right above our unsuspecting heads. It's a concept that, while unsettling, is undeniably fascinating. It's the sort of idea that once planted, takes root and grows, fueled by the myriad unanswered questions that surround it. The chemtrails theory has spread far and wide, crossing borders and cultures, much like the very trails it questions. It's a global phenomenon, a mystery that hangs in our skies, as visible as it is elusive. It's a question that, once asked, refuses to be ignored. So what's the truth behind these trails? Are they harmless trails of water vapor, or are they something more sinister, a secret hidden in plain sight? It's a question that has sparked countless debates and one that we aim to explore. Does this theory hold any water, or is it all just vapor in the wind? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the mystery of chemtrails. Before we delve deeper into the chemtrails theory, it's crucial to understand what contrails are. Contrails, short for condensation trails, are a common sight in our skies, often seen as white streaks trailing behind aircraft. But what exactly are they? Contrails are essentially a form of cloud, specifically man-made clouds, formed when a plane flies through the cold, dry air of the upper atmosphere. Here's how it works. As an aircraft cruises at high altitude, it burns fuel and produces exhaust gases. These gases are hot and humid, containing a significant amount of water vapor. When these warm gases are expelled from the aircraft and meet the extremely cold air of the upper atmosphere, a rapid cooling process occurs. This rapid cooling causes the water vapor in the exhaust to condense and freeze into tiny ice crystals. These ice crystals, millions of them, collectively form the visible streaks we see in the sky, known as contrails. It's a bit like seeing your breath on a cold day, but on a much larger scale and at a much higher altitude. The formation of contrails is a natural, harmless process. It's simply the result of the interaction between aircraft exhaust and cold air. The length and persistence of these contrails can vary based on atmospheric conditions. On some days, they might evaporate almost as quickly as they form. On others, they can linger and spread out, creating a sort of high-altitude haze. Contrails have been a part of our skies since the dawn of aviation. They're a testament to our technological progress, a sign of our ceaseless exploration and movement. But, as we'll explore in the next segment, not everyone views them as benign. Now that we understand contrails, let's explore why some believe they are more sinister. Believers in the chemtrails theory propose a variety of possible purposes for these supposed chemical sprays. From the farthest corners of the internet to your local coffee shop, whispers of chemtrails and their alleged implications abound. Outlandish as they may seem, these theories have found a home in the minds of many. One of the most popular theories suggests that chemtrails are a tool for weather control. Proponents argue that certain powerful entities, often governments or corporations, are manipulating the weather for a variety of reasons. Whether it's to combat global warming or to weaponize the weather against adversaries, the theories are as endless as they are intriguing. Then there's the theory of population control. This theory suggests that harmful substances are being released into the atmosphere to control the growth of the world's population, or even to make people more susceptible to illness. The alleged culprits behind this theory range from sinister secret societies to overzealous government bodies. Perhaps the most captivating of all is the mind control theory. This theory contends that chemical substances are being sprayed into the air to dull the senses of the population, making people more malleable and less likely to question authority. It's a theory that feeds into our deepest fears about loss of personal freedom and autonomy. Yet, these theories often lack substantial evidence. They are often based on conjecture and speculation, fueled by a mistrust of authority and a desire to make sense of the world around us. Many of these theories involve government or corporate conspiracy, which can be tantalizing. After all, who doesn't love a good conspiracy theory? They provide a sense of order, a narrative to explain the inexplicable, and, let's be honest, they make for great conversation. But it's crucial to approach these theories with a critical mind. Are these white streaks in the sky truly sinister chemical trails? Or are they just harmless contrails, caused by normal aircraft operation? Are these theories grounded in reality, or are they the product of unchecked imagination? As we delve deeper into the world of chemtrails, remember to keep an open mind, but not so open that your brain falls out. What are the views of scientists on chemtrails? Let's delve into the diverse viewpoints within the scientific community on this captivating quandary. While the majority of scientists concur that what are commonly termed as chemtrails are actually just contrails, there is a minority that challenges this consensus. For those who are new to the topic, contrails are trails of condensed water vapor created in the air by an airplane at high altitudes. When an aircraft flies at such heights, the hot exhaust from its engines meets the cold air, causing the water vapor in the exhaust to freeze and form ice crystals. These ice crystals then form the long white streaks we see tracing across the sky. It's a simple, natural process, not dissimilar to the formation of clouds. However, these dissenting scientists question whether there could be more to these trails than just ice crystals. They call for more research into the subject, asking whether it's possible that they could contain harmful substances, as the chemtrails theory suggests. Now let's consider the supposed harmful substances that chemtrails are believed to contain. Multiple studies worldwide have attempted to determine the validity of these claims. They've collected air and soil samples from areas where these so-called chemtrails are frequently seen. While most of these studies have found no evidence of the alleged harmful substances, this does not completely nullify the possibility that future research could reveal something different. The lack of unusual amounts of barium, strontium, or aluminum in the majority of studies does not shut the door on future discoveries. One of the most comprehensive studies on this topic was published in the Environmental Research Letters Journal. It involved 77 atmospheric scientists from around the globe. The researchers asked these experts to evaluate the data from these suggested chemtrail incidents. An overwhelming 98% of these scientists reported that they found no evidence of a secret, large-scale atmospheric spraying program. However, they acknowledged that science is always advancing, and what we know now may not be the whole picture. Even substances often linked to chemtrails like aluminum and barium are naturally occurring elements found in the Earth's crust. They can be released into the atmosphere through natural processes, such as weathering rocks and volcanic activity. But could there be other unnatural ways for these substances to enter the atmosphere? According to the scientific community, the idea of chemtrails remains a topic of ongoing debate. But like any enticing narrative, it has its followers, and despite the lack of conclusive evidence, the belief in chemtrails lives on. While the majority of science leans towards contrails, the belief and debate on chemtrails endures. Despite the lack of scientific evidence, why does the belief in chemtrails continue to endure? A question that has been asked repeatedly, and yet the chemtrails theory continues to captivate the minds of many. One of the key reasons for the persistence of this theory is the widespread distrust in authority. The fact is, we live in a world where governmental transparency isn't always guaranteed, and this lack of transparency can breed suspicion. When people feel they're not getting the full story, they're more likely to turn to alternative explanations, and chemtrails fit the bill perfectly. Then there's the human tendency to find patterns and meanings, even where they might not exist. This psychological phenomenon, known as apophenia, is a driving force behind many conspiracy theories, not just chemtrails. The streaks in the sky can seem like cryptic messages or signs, making it easy for the imagination to run wild. And let's not forget the role of the internet in all of this. The digital age has made it easier than ever to share ideas, no matter how outlandish they might be. Conspiracy theories like chemtrails can spread like wildfire online, reaching audiences that would have been unimaginable in the pre-internet era. This widespread exposure can make these theories seem more credible than they actually are, perpetuating their existence. It's also worth noting that sometimes people just enjoy a good conspiracy theory. They're intriguing, they're mysterious, and they challenge the status quo. They give us something to wonder about, to debate, and to explore. So even if the evidence for chemtrails is lacking, the intrigue they generate is undeniable. Whether you believe in chemtrails or not, they certainly make for an intriguing topic. And isn't that the beauty of living in a world filled with mysteries? Whether we're debunking them or delving deeper into them, they keep us questioning, learning, and growing.